can easily clean our machine together. So basically today I am going to take you through a process called backflashing your machine. Most of you have realized that we get to serve different espressos that kind of taste stainless. They tend to have that metallic taste within them just because we don't clean well or backflash our machines. That's why I have decided to clean with you my machine today. Like you see, I am done with my shift and it's time to clean our machine. So what do we need while backflashing our machine? We are going to need a number of few items like the powder here, the detergent that we use to clean our group heads. Basically, it's not a must that you are supposed to use any detergent like soap, Mokwano soap, or any other detergent. There is that detergent specifically best for this machine. So after that, we are going to need a basket. This is a blind potter, but this is a blind potter filter basket. Like you see, it doesn't have any hose in it. So basically, while backflashing, we are going to put here this chemical here, like a quarter teaspoon of that detergent or the powder, so that we can easily backflash our machine. And not only are we going to do backflashing today, still we are going to clean our steam wads, not only on the top but inside. That's why I came with also this detergent. There are different companies that make these detergents, but it depends on which company you are going to use while cleaning your machine. So basically, most of the baristas think that while to become a barista you need to grind coffee, you need to make latte art, to make different things as a barista, but we forget that there are different things that we have to follow as baristas so that you are professional in your field. That is why I am tackling this field today of hygiene. Hygiene is let me say, hygiene is one of the first factors a barista should have, or the first basics every barista should have. So we are going to get started with cleaning our machine. So like you see, my machine is dirty. Let me just bring it very close for you to have a look at it. Like you see, it is very dirty. It has different stains in it, and the different coffee grounds in the trench, the portafilters are all dirty, and the coffee grounds everywhere stained. So today we are going to clean together so that if you're a barista watching this video, you can also try to implement what I am doing here to your station. So I think let's get started without wasting any minute. So I'll first take off these portafilters. Like you see, these portafilters here contain coffee grounds, which I'm going to dispose of. And through disposing them off, I have to clean these portafilters too. And once we look at this, let me take off this. And once we get to look at this water group heads here, right here, we get to realize that they have coffee stains in them. And how are we going to clean out these coffee stains? Not only on the top, but even inside the screen of the group head. So how are we going to clean this? It's easily by implementing our backflashing process, which we are going to start right now. So all right, so hope everyone watching this video gets to learn something. Just in case you don't have a book and paper, get somewhere to note so that we can easily do it. We can easily learn together. Or you can also ask me different questions about backflashing. So as I open this powder right here, it has a spoon inside. Like you see the spoon, it basically helps us measure the quantity of the powder or detergent that we are going to use while doing what? While backflashing. But I think I'm going to also bring it in two ways, whereby most of the people have semi-automated or automated machines, whereby I have the buttons that I press to easily backflash without counting or without staying there. And there are those baristas who have manual machines whereby you have to stay there, count the seconds while you backflash, again count the seconds. So I am going to use one group head for the semi-automated or automated machines, and one group head for the manual guys, or the manual baristas who use manual machines. So literally I am going to measure half of the spoon. This is half of a teaspoon, so still measure half of this spoon, place it in the blind portafilter like you see it here. Then I am going to insert it in here. Immediately I insert it, immediately I get to insert in here into the group head. I am going to press these two buttons, the barista button and the single cup espresso button, so that it enables us flush the machine to remove out all the stained coffee grounds within the within the screen of the group head. So I'll immediately start back flushing. Like you see, immediately we start back flushing. Sorry about that. Immediately we start our back flushing. You are going to find out that, like you see, back flushing, it is simply the process through which the machine is getting to clean itself. And while back flushing, we are going to realize that there are different pipes through which, if the water is not coming out here, where does it pass? It has different channels whereby this water or the chemical or the hot water getting to mix itself with it, with the detergent, passes through this channel like you see here. Okay, I think you're getting, see, just a minute. So like you're trying to see here, the machine is trying to backflash and it's bringing back all the detergent, all the water that is the water that has combined itself with the detergent back through this channel like you see there. So it's trying to backflash or to impound out the stained coffee grounds or the different contaminations within our group head. So that is the process whereby we are trying to clean our machine inside the group head. So after the backflashing, I am going to do this 2 times, whereby first backflash with the chemical, and then after I'll still backflash with plain water, so that I can still easily clean out the chemical with plain water, but not with the chemical again, like we are going to see. I know this video is going to kind of take some long minutes, but we have nothing to do about it. Let's just continue. All right, so right now, like we see, I think it's done with our backflashing. It will take like different steps to do it, to backflash, and like you see, it's done with the backflashing. And once we open here, all this water is stained, like you see, all these grounds that, like you've seen that water, it tries to clean the group head inside, and it tries to push out all the stained coffee grounds or the different unhygienic stains inside the group head. So like you see, our chemical is still stained into the group head. So after pouring out the first water or the first detergent, then I am going to place back or fix back my portafilter or the blind basket into the group head. Then I am going to backflash again, so that this time we try to send out the detergent out of the group head or out of the screen of the group head. But still, like you see, the chemical is still coming out. The chemical is still coming out, like you see there. So every time it backflashes, it pushes out the chemical, it pushes out all the bad coffees or the stains, so that we get to serve a better espresso the next day. All right, so as we're waiting for this group head to get done, we are going to still practice backflashing on this side of the group head, but we are not going to use these buttons. I am going to use the barista's button while counting the different seconds, so that it can easily be proper for our different baristas who don't have semi-automated or automatic machines while doing while calibrating, and they count. And sometimes different baristas don't do this while after their shifts. But I would also advise every person, every barista about the network, but still I would advise every barista out there that you have to practice this at least 3 times a week. But just in case you're always busy every day, every time you are busy, trust me, you have to do it on a daily basis, so that you can clean out every unhygienic things within your portafilter. Let me just read out some different comments here. Someone is saying that super cool dear, I don't want to miss out any of your videos. Thanks so much, Konde. Mariama. Then still Mariama says, also I'm a barista in Dubai, but I'm still learning more. Wish I could save all your videos in my phone and watch anytime. Trust me, feel free to do it. Feel free to download them and keep them in your in your gallery. Then we have Namtevi Desire here, well explained, in love with your English. Thank you very much, Desire. Thank you very much. I love you too. So basically right now we are going to second group head right now. We are going to second group head right now, whereby this time I am not going to press these buttons right here like we see them. I am going to only use the barista's button like you see it. We have the double button, single espresso button, and the barista's button right there. So after all that, what are we going to do next? We are going to transfer our portafilter to the next group head. Still, I am going to measure the same amount of the detergent into a blind portafilter, but this time I am going to count myself. But I am going to count myself, not the machine to count for me. So I'll insert in a portafilter, the blind basket, then I start. Remember, while backflashing, it takes 5 seconds, you stop, then again you count 5 seconds, you stop. So every time you get to stop, it easily helps out the machine to send out that water. In fact, let me take off this so that we can have a clear view of everything. So I think I'll bring close my camera here. So I am going to start counting by myself. 1, 2, 3, 4. I stop at 5. It backflashes. Then after 2 seconds, again I repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I stop. Like you see, it's trying to backflash or to clean out the group heads inside so that we remove that dirty coffee. So just in case you don't have a machine like this, still you can easily do what? You can backflash your machine without any excuses as a barista. And I'm going to do this 5 times. So that is the 3rd time. But if you to look at this form very well, it's supposed to be white, but it is brown at the moment. That means our machine is very dirty due to the cause of the what? Due to the cause of working a lot within the day. Okay, but like you see, I had said 5 times. I think I'm going to continue until I see that the froth or the bubbles are out of our group head. Let me just continue like 2 times more, then I get to stop. All right, then we are going to do our last set. 3, 4, 5. All right, so we are going to first stop there. Then we have a look at our water here. Like you see, this water, it is really dirty. It is really stained with the coffee grounds. It might be the old coffee grounds that are really affecting our what? Our shots of espresso, whereby customers are complaining about our espressos. So I'll pour out that. Then I am going to backflash without the chemical this time, so that we send out that chemical. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so right now we have started seeing the clean water coming out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we are getting to experience our clean water. I'm going to do it 5 times, then I'll stop with the backflashing. Then we are going to see what is next. 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, so I think we are done with our backflashing. Like you see now, the water is clean. Our water is clean, so that means that is enough for the day. Now, what are we going to do after the backflashing? I'll put back my tray here, and after replacing back the tray, now I am going to apply my brush right here. Like you see this brush, it's going to help me clean. It's going to help me clean inside the what? Inside the chambers of this group head. Like you're going to experience that, or you're going to see that. So after I am going to brush out the coffee grounds that we happen to use during the course of the shift. I am going to brush them out very well so that the machine is clean for the next shift, whereby another barista, once they get to arrive, we get to do what? We get to serve our perfect espressos after calibrating. So after cleaning that side, still I am going to do it to this side. Okay. So right now I think group heads are clean. So after that, what is next? After cleaning our group heads, what is next? Still, or just a minute. Still, I am going to start cleaning the surface or the dashboard of this machine. I will first take off this. Remember, I have to wash it to remove out all the coffee grounds and the coffee water, the dirty water, so that we don't get to have our next barista quarrel at our shift. And after placing that in the bucket or our sink, I am going to start cleaning the group head, like you see. Okay, make sure that it is clean, not only for your barista to find it dirty, but also your boss or even the customers to see that the barista who is serving their coffees is hygienically clean. All right, so, and it's just a simple process whereby it doesn't take even much of your time while cleaning, so that it eases for one or you yourself while coming to the next shift. So after cleaning like that, most of these towels are not good because they're going to leave linings. I'll just apply my tissue here so that I get to remove all those linings that might stay on my machine, because this is, should I say stainless, something like that? Yeah, this is a stainless. Then I'll get this clean. So like you've seen this process, this is what we call backflashing process, which every barista is supposed to do. Like, you know that every barista comes at the shift, the first thing we do is calibration. So, and the last thing we have to do after the calibration, when you close your shift, it is supposed to be backflashing and cleaning your machine and even the and even your station. So after cleaning, what is next? I have to lock our our chemical right here, and I'm going to place it back where I got it from. But remember, we have not yet used this chemical, and I'm going to show you how you can easily use it. Let me first clean the surface of this. All right, let me clean this tamper, and I think I should just switch off this electricity. Okay. So what's next? We are still going to clean our We are still going to clean our grinders right here, because most of the baristas forget, or they tend to do what? To leave their machines dirty. So I'll remove my pitchers, everything. I am going to throw it in the sink, whereby I have to make sure that I leave my station clean so that I find it in the morning when everything is clean, so that I don't start running around or beating around the bush. So I'll take off this. Basically, this that you see here, this is our pitcher or cup. This is our pitcher or cup washer. It's a tap whereby I just press, water comes out, then it gets to wash itself. Take off this cleaner. Okay, throw everything into the Throw everything into the sink, because we are going to clean. Then I'm going to get my hoover right here. I'll first take off these grounds, which might disturb me while cleaning. So as I'm trying to clean, there is a person who really asked me a question. What challenges do you find as a barista ever since you joined the hotel industry? What challenges have you totally found? And I thought of having a live video over my challenges that I've faced. But still, you as a barista, or you as a person watching this video, it doesn't matter whether you're a barista, a cashier, a waiter, a chef, because we all work under the same industry. Feel free to leave a comment section. Feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below, whereby you can easily tell me what challenges have you faced in the hotel industry as a barista, as a chef, as a waiter. Some of us might have challenges with our bosses. Some of us might have challenges with our managers, our customers. It depends, because we're all people who have feelings, in that we get annoyed sometimes, and trust me, we feel like exchanging some of the things, but we have to keep calm, because that's how we are trained to handle every situations, like army men or army people. All right, so like you see, I'm trying to clean faster so that we go home and get to rest for our next session. I don't want my customers to find my station very dirty. So after that, I am going to get, I don't know whether my microphone is tall enough. Okay. So after that, I am going to get my cleaner here, right here. Okay. And I am going to wash this, because remember, this sink or this tap, because remember, it has milk, it has coffee stains in it. So if I don't wash it clean, I think it won't be smelling good for the next day. That's why I always say, you as a barista out there, you think that you know how to make coffee, you know how to make latte art, you know how to grind, you know how to separate your coffee, but without some of the basics like hygiene, good service, creating a rapport between you and the customers, trust me, I don't think you qualify to be a professional barista. So just in case you have problems with that, hit into my inbox on Instagram or Facebook, all at Barista Andrea, so that we can get to discuss about that and try to figure out how you can easily do it, how you can easily come over those challenges that you're trying to face. All right, so quickly we are going to be cleaning our items here, the trays, everything. So let me do that first so that I get to show you the last part of it. So with this, I want to take an opportunity to thank every person who has really supported me, not only on YouTube, but Facebook page and my Facebook, is it called a channel? Which is not a page, whereby people are really appreciating the works I'm doing. And I'm really glad that people are really seeing and trying to like who baristas are. Because at first we only knew chefs, we only knew barmen, waiters, cashiers, and hence forgetting our section, which is the barista. So sometimes I think we as baristas have to create our own awareness so that people get to do it. So that people get to realize that, okay, our barista section in the hotel industry exists. And I really like these Middle East countries, whereby they really have the love for coffee, which is really giving us the urge or the love to turn into baristas, to get exposed more within the coffee industry. All right, and the other thing I want to tell you is that you as a barista, when you learn how to be a barista, most of our customers, most of the people call us proud people because of what we know. But I don't think that should be right, whereby one has to be proud of what you know, because you never know. A skill is a skill. It might either go away from you, or it might become, you might stay with it, but you don't know, because of your proudness or your lousiness, you end up losing the skill, or you end up losing the job. So I would advise every barista out there that you shouldn't be too much proud exposing it to your friends, your customers, and different people, because people will start hating you, hence you will fail to get jobs. Instead of money looking for your skill, you are trying to look for the money, but trust me, you won't get it. So I don't really advise any barista out there to be much more proud of. It's good to be proud of who you are, but not that extensive proudness to different people to show them that you are better than them. That's what I can try to say. So I am almost done. I am almost done with this. and I really want to show you how. So I have to wash everything, including the portafilter, to remove everything. Sometimes if your portafilters are stained with coffee and it's no longer silver inside, but it's brown inside, I would advise you to at least soak it in that detergent that we use to do it, to clean the group heads. Trust me, it will help your portafilters properly, whereby you'll find it in the next day. I think you should put it there throughout the night, then you find it the next day when it's totally clean, so that you can get to be proud more of what you're serving to your clients. So I think I am done with this. I have this guy here. He always disturbs me every time I try to record a video. He tries to show his face to show his existence. He's called Debbie. Is that a Debbie? First come. All right, so I think we are done with this, with the cleaning. Now, this is the last session of what we are going to do. Let me first dry off these trays. Okay. I know this video is long, but it's worth watching and worth your time, so that you can get to easily learn something. So I am going to place back my trays right here. All right, I'll place back my trays right here. Now we are going to the purpose of this chemical. Let me first get some cold water. So like you see this chemical right here, what is the purpose of this chemical? It's called a steamer word cleanser. I am going to open here. This pitcher contains of cold water, and I am going to put this chemical right here into the pitcher, like 30 mils or 30 grams of the chemical. Then, like you see this steam word, since I'm a right-handed barista, I almost all the time use this right-hand steam word. So every time it gets to depreciate, or its steam gets to depreciate, I have to clean it. And this is cold water with the detergent. I'll first boil the detergent until the water becomes hot. And when it becomes hot, I won't pour away this water, but I'll leave the steam word into the what? Into the pitcher, so that it stays overnight. And after all that, after staying overnight, when I come back, the steam will have increased and everything will be perfect to start my day. So like you've seen in that video, I think it's high time I close, so that I also go back home to rest for the morning shift. But like you've seen in this video, I really wanted to show you different baristas out there who don't clean your machines, who are hygienically unprofessional, to start cleaning your machines. Because many people, many bosses, many clients are complaining about the poor quality coffees. I've trained you how to calibrate your machines. I've trained you how to make a perfect espresso. I've trained you how to steam your milk so that you can easily, I think with the steaming, that was barista Emmanuel who helped me out. And I've tried to make a combination of different videos on how you can easily serve a perfect coffee. But I had not taught you how to easily clean your machine, because that is also a factor that really disturbs in serving a very, very poor espresso. So with all this, I think it's high time I switched off my machine, and I am going to leave the steam word inside this water, so that the steam word gets to suck in the chemical. And when I reach in the morning, the first thing after turning it on, I'll open it so that I leave it like for 1 minute when it's letting out that chemical or that water that is within the steam word. So with all that, allow me say good night, good morning, and good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching from. And I think I should say good night. But just in case you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section below, just in case you're asking anything, you're trying to inquire. Or you can also visit me on my different social medias, which is at Barista Andrea, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, not forgetting Twitter. Yeah, just type info Barista Andrea, and trust me, you will get to ask me or get to connect me with anything you want. So I think I should say good night. Yeah, good night and see you. Thanks to all those who watched this live video, and thanks to everyone who's going to watch this video in the future. See you. I sign out.